Hey, I'm Allison Janney, and you're watching the Broadway.com show. Welcome.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly roundup of all the theater news you need to know, or as we like to think of it, Team Mamacita. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Ryan?
File this news under Loverly. Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lowe's My Fair Lady will return to Broadway next spring for the first time in 25 years in a Lincoln Center Theater production. Bartlett Sher, the Tony-winning director behind recent revivals of Fiddler on the Roof, The King and I, and South Pacific, will helm the production, which is based on George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion and tells the story of a linguistics professor named Henry Higgins who sets out to transform a London flower girl named Eliza Doolittle into a proper, dignified woman. No casting has been announced for the new staging yet, but My Fair Lady will begin previews March 22nd, 2018 at the Vivian Beaumont Theater and will officially open on April 19th.
There's news about two new musicals circling the Great White Way. Roman Holiday, the Cole Porter tuner based on the 1953 classic movie, has found its stars. Newcomer Stephanie Stiles and waitresses Drew Gayling will take on the roles played by Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck in the romantic comedy. Tony nominee Jared Spector and Sarah Chase are also on board for the show, directed by Mark Bruni. Roman Holiday will run from May 23rd through June 18th at SHN's Golden Gate Theater in San Francisco and is expected to transfer to Broadway in the fall. Meanwhile, the world premiere of Escape to Margaritaville, that's the Jimmy Buffett musical, of course, will star Bright Star standout Paul Alexander Nolan in the central role of Tully, a part-time bartender and singer. Stage alums Alison Luff and Lisa Howard have also been announced for the Christopher Ashley helmed production, which will premiere at the La Jolla Playhouse from May 9th through June 25th before runs in New Orleans, Houston, and Chicago. After that, Escape to Margaritaville will likely look for its lost shaker of salt on Broadway.
Fetch is happening, people. Breathe. The stage adaptation of Tina Fey's iconic 2004 film Mean Girls is eyeing a Broadway bow in spring 2018. We already knew that the Casey Nicholaw helmed production will have its world premiere at the National Theatre in Washington, D.C. this fall, and at the moment casting is underway for a developmental lab next month. Fey is working on the show alongside her hubby Jeff Richmond, with lyrics provided by Nell Benjamin. Produced by SNL's Lorne Michaels and six-time Tony winner Stuart Thompson, Mean Girls certainly has the pedigree to be Queen Bee of Broadway, and we can't wait for the plastics to take over a theatre near us.
Nominations have been announced for London's biggest theater prize, the Olivier Awards. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which will open on Broadway in 2018, received 11 nominations, including Best New Play. Andy Karl, who stars previously in Groundhog Day on Broadway on March 16th, received his first Olivier nomination for his starring role, one of 8 nominations the new musical was honored with. Glenn Close was nominated for Best Actress in a Musical for Sunset Boulevard, which also received a nomination in the Best Musical Revival race. Other notable nominees include Dreamgirls and School of Rock for Best New Musical, and acting nods for Amber Riley for Dreamgirls, Cherie Jones and Brian J. Smith for The Glass Menagerie, Ed Harris for Buried Child, and Ian McKellen for No Man's Land. The Olivier Awards will take place on April 9th at London's Royal Albert Hall.
It's been too long since we've all had Let It Go stuck in our heads, so let's fix that with some exciting news. This week we learned that Broadway favorite Casey Levy, last seen on the main stem in Les Miserables, will play Elsa in the upcoming private Spring Lab presentation of Disney's Frozen, opposite Patty Murin as her sister Anna. The musical production, which is being directed by Tony winner Michael Grandage and will feature music and lyrics by Oscar-winning husband and wife team Robert Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez, will premiere August 17th at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts, where it'll run through October 1st, before transferring to Broadway's St. James Theatre in spring 2018. Until then, we're just watching the hours tick by.
Hi, it's Annalie Ashford, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Thumbs up to the news that something we've always suspected is true. Beauty and the Beast LeFou is gay. Singing about Gaston's thick neck and cleft chin was always a bit of a giveaway, and now the upcoming live-action remake's director, Bill Condon, has confirmed that the character is, in fact, gay. Played by Tony nominee Josh Gad, LeFou will have the first Disney gay moment when the film hits theatres on March 17th. It's a tale as old as time, and we're thrilled that it's landed loud and proud in a great big Disney movie.
And just as the Broadway.com office was cheering on LeFou's big announcement, came word of a certain drive-in theater in Alabama that has decided to not show Beauty and the Beast because they won't have Disney forcing their views on us. Of course, the theater's okay with young innocent Belle falling for an enormous hairy animal that prowls the woods, because you know, he's a guy and she's a girl. Looks like it's time to head to your local theater and make Beauty and the Beast the hit it deserves to be.
Our star of the week is Gideon Glick, who is making a splash on Broadway as the neurotic and perpetually lovelorn Jordan Berman in Significant Other. Glick, who is simply adorkable in the role, finds the humor and the heartbreak in Joshua Harmon's bittersweet play about what happens to the gay best friend when all his gal pals get hitched. Glick's performance is poignant, funny, and 100% relatable no matter your relationship status. And for that, Gideon Glick, you're the star of the week.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with a look at Laura Osnes, Corey Cott, and the cast of Bandstand in rehearsal for the swinging new Broadway tuner. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week.